Good day world, and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. Today, we are doing a video about the CJRB Crag with the recoil-lock. Okay, so this one is going to need some testing. Okay, but before we get into that, this knife weighs almost 5 ounces. I think it's 4.9 ounces. So it is a heavy knife, and a lot of people won't like that. I personally, first time ever I have one of these carbon fiber laminate knives, and I must say it's not my favorite. In hindsight, I would have gone for a G10 rather. It's extremely slippery, but it looks beautiful. Okay, blade shape's fine, heavy knife, nice knife. Okay, let's do some specs before we do any more testing. Okay, there's lots of videos about the Crag out there. Centimeters, this thing is 21 centimeters, blade length 8.5 centimeters about, yeah. Okay, in inches, it's about 3.3 inches, I think, and overall 8 inches. And it carries quite fat. Okay, let me just get this thing closed. 1.5 inches at its widest point, which means like 4 centimeters. So it is quite chunky in the pocket. Okay, so apart from that, I don't just want to talk about the knife today. Today I specifically want to talk about the steel that they use and this recoil lock. Okay, now I have watched a video about one of the bigger channels, and then the guy actually took the thing apart, and you can see the Omega springs, and the closest competitor when it comes to, that was my fault, let me just redo that, otherwise you're going to think something's wrong, is axis style lock. Okay, so the axis lock and this lock's pretty much the same thing. Okay, just this one sits a bit higher, and for some other reason, and I think it's because of the smoothness of this, it's difficult for me to do the whole pinch thing. You have to jab it into your hand to get it to pinch like that. For me, it's easier to just do the, what do you call it, the finger, pull it down with one finger thing. Okay, but it is a very fidgety knife. Okay, that's it. So now we know that the recoil lock is pretty much an axis lock. Okay, mystery number 1 solved. Now mystery number 2. This is my proprietary, anyway, formula that I use to test knife steels, to see which is the closest, because this one comes with this new, well, I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me, steel, the AR-RPM9. Okay, steel. Actually, let's just look at the knife quickly. Okay, so over here it says that, and then serial number, but it looks a lot like the model number, CJRB. And then we see the beautiful pivot collar. Look at that lock. Nice open construction. Okay. Pocket clip is nice, flush screws. It's not recessed. Well, the screws are recessed, but not the clip. But the clip works beautifully. Very nice open knife. Look, there's some skeletonizing going on in there. If I said it hasn't been skeletonized, it's because I am referring to the old Crag, which was, I think, indeed too. Okay. It does have one of these pull back pistol grip finger choils up here. But again, if you have fat fingers or if you try to put your whole finger in there, that corner is going to get you. So use it very tentatively. Okay. Don't do that. Okay. I did that the first time I got this knife, and I think I still have a scar on a finger somewhere to prove it. No, I can't see anything. Okay, so yes, one finger, flipper tab, one finger, flipper tab. Like I said, it is quite fidgety. I want to go for thumb studs, but I don't know why. I think I've been playing with too many thumb stud knives the last while. Anyway, so like I said, it's a good knife, it's a nice knife, I like this knife, and if you are into something like this, like a modified Warncliffe shaped blade, it does have a bit of belly, it does have this cleaver looking blade, it does have a point, so it's like jack of all trades. Okay, Now, let's quickly see what compares best to this blade steel. It's actually just beer. Anyway, what is this? CTS XHP. Good old HCR. Doesn't quite feel right. S30. Is it S30? I think it's S30. Yes, S30V. Let's just feel it again. RPM9. D2. Oh yes, this feels exactly the same. 9CR18. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I have no idea what. But apparently, according to the chemical makeup, it's closest to 9CR. Which makes it quite rust resistant. It's got good edge holding. It's a nice knife. Okay, so we have a knife that won't rust on you, that will keep an edge for long enough, that looks quite nice, that's got a very interesting locking mechanism, and once you get used to it, it is quite fun to play with. It's a bit heavy, but it's nice. Let's quickly just check the weight on this, because now I'm thinking about the old Crag and I can actually be wrong with the weight also. Can you see that? No, you can't. Let me get this. Okay, it's on weight, 135 grams, which is, no, I was still right. It's 4.9 ounces. Okay, so it's still as heavy as it was, but I think this is way cooler. Okay, I would not go for this laminate thing again. It's way too smooth. Everything is nice and smooth and very well done. Fit and finish is great. Great knife. It works. Good grip. Well, because of the contours and things. But I would definitely go for a straight G10 one if I had to pick over again. Okay, so that's the CJRB Crag. Tomorrow we'll be making videos, because I'm not actually working tomorrow, which is fantastic. I should have, but I didn't. Oh, let's just do one size comparison so I don't leave you with nothing. Okay, this is the red one, and there is the, can you see the whole thing in there? Okay, so they are pretty much the same size. The red might be 0.5 centimeter taller in the blade, or longer in the blade. Cryptillion, actually size exactly the same as the Cryptillion. Okay, stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Goodbye.